how serious is climate change, and what are the implications for us as society, as technologists, and as investors?
We're at a point where there are irreversible changes happening to our climate, whether it's ocean circulatory systems or ice shelves in Antarctica. So that creates a tremendous calling for technologists. When you think about renewable power like solar and wind, you think about battery storage, you think about AI, all of these technologies will play a role in reinventing an economy that is post-fossil fuel and post-carbon pollution.
What are the driving factors behind the adoption of these technologies?
The single biggest driving factor has been the commitments by governments around the world, but below that primary driver is this fascinating phenomenon within these technologies. I call them exponential technologies, in the sense that they get cheaper every single year. And like a wonderful investment, that's a compounding effect. In this world of inflation, technology is the one thing we can reliably depend on for being deflationary.
What are some other technologies that you're seeing out there that are helping us fight climate change?
We're starting to see the development of a bioeconomy, an economy where we use biologically inspired processes to make silks and nylon replacements and alternatives to plastics and new ways of making carbon neutral jet fuels, all through the combination of advanced biological technologies like gene editing and ones we've known for thousands of years like brewing.
And in terms of artificial intelligence applications, what are you seeing there in terms of climate change related technologies?
Well, AI is going to reinvent every industry. It's going to create new markets. There are some clear and present things that we can do to use AI to just, for example, catalog, predict, and mitigate climate risk. And there are things that we can do with AI in the near future, which is to bring these advanced technologies like the biological economy and nuclear fusion to market faster than we could have ever hoped.
The 20th century was really about fossil fuels, and I think we both can agree that this century is about renewable energy and clean technologies. So how will global trade dynamics and the geopolitical landscape adjust to this new reality?
I think we see headwinds. Renewables reduce the amount of sort of physical fossils that have to be shifted around. AI allows for the control and the production of many materials very, very much more locally. And so there will be this pressure downwards on shipping raw materials and even finished goods and shipping food, perhaps compared to where we thought we might be 40 years ago. But where I think you might see some continued growth, and that's certainly where advanced technologies like AI might make a difference, is in services.
Where do you see climate change related technologies in 10 years?
The thing about these technologies is that they start off very slow and boring, and then there's an inflection point, and they just take off. If you go to China and just go back 4 or 5 years, the percentage of cars that were sold that were electric vehicles was really in a couple of points, 2%, 3%. In 2022, between 25 and 30% of all cars sold in China will be electric vehicles. So if we go out to 2030, here's what I think will happen. In the United Kingdom, close to 100% of all electricity will be generated from low carbon sources, nuclear or renewables. Some core technologies like carbon capture and storage will have started to scale up, but they won't really be making a dent. But the way I think about it is that by 2030, we will be able to see very clearly the contours, the shape of what this new green golden age is going to bring us.
Azeem, this was a fantastic conversation. Thank you so much for being with us today.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you, Pedro.